Good morning. It's about 5:30, getting back from my morning walk. About 2 months ago, I made the decision that I was going to start getting up every single day. First thing to start my day, getting outside, getting some steps in, the blood flowing, and just getting some time alone with God. You know, we jump into the busyness all the time that life has for us from the moment we wake up, and we never have that time just to rest. And this is my way of doing that, so it's been so impactful for me. But today, we've got a packed day, a lot of exciting stuff going on that we'll talk about, but we're going to take you guys along and get it started with the lift right here. All right, just wrapped up the lift. Like I said, we got a packed day today. So on Thursday mornings, we have a Bible study call we do in the tribe. So that's in about 30 minutes. So I'm about to head up, shower, change, jump on that Bible study call. And then I'm meeting a member that just joined this week for coffee after that. So like I said, packed day, exciting day. Man, these are the days that really make me look back and think about like, hey, why did I originally take that step, make the jump into this world of entrepreneurship or building something that gives me passion and purpose. And yeah, today's busy and packed, but it's everything that's fulfilling to the mission behind why I'm doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that. Let's get into the day. All right, so on Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. in the tribe, we have a Bible study call where we just simply work through a chapter from the book of Proverbs that we read through. We usually have a good discussion question on it and just talk about some of the takeaways, but it's such a great book just to pull practical wisdom in its truest form, the way that God designed us to receive wisdom. Man, it's so practical in our day-to-day lives. And if you're looking for a good starting place, if opening the Bible and just flipping to somewhere is daunting to you, I challenge you just to start with Proverbs and read the proverb of the day. It's a great starting point, but we're going to dive in. Great conversation this morning. Proverbs 1 is just so good with diving into, hey, what does it look like to choose wisdom over some of the other voices that present themselves in the world we live in today, whether that's comfort, fear of the opinions of others, the successes that the world has to offer. There's so many different voices that present themselves to us that seem like the wise choice, but what does godly wisdom truly look like? So great conversation with the guys. I'm about to head up, grab a quick bite to eat for breakfast, and then head over to meet a new tribe member for coffee this morning. So we're heading over to Black Rifle now to meet up with a new member, just to kind of connect and make sure that he has everything he needs with getting plugged into the community. But just got off the phone with a guy that was on our Bible study call this morning, just walking through something in his life right now and just wanted a soundboard. But man, that's been one of the cool things that for me is so fulfilling. Like I love relationships, connecting with people, talking about things that are a little bit beneath the surface level, like something outside of your local sports team or how the kids are doing, but just like what are you really navigating in life right now? And having built the tribe to be what it is today and what it's continuing to blossom into, it's given me that ability to connect with so many guys on what they're really processing. It's something that wasn't necessarily the main purpose right when I launched the tribe. It was really just to create this community of like-minded guys that wanted to talk about their goals, hold one another accountable. But the genuine, authentic relationships and connections that have come from that, and just being able to be that voice or that soundboard for people to come to has been such a fulfilling byproduct of building this community. So I wanted to share that because, guys, if there's something that you're passionate about, if there's something that you think would have an impact on others, then pursue that, because you have no idea what kind of relationships, what kind of connections, and what kind of impact you can have on the world just from pursuing that, because you have a passion for it. So take the step. Man, I love connecting with guys that are just excited to be a part of this community and pour into other guys that are in a similar phase of life. There's just so much growth happening, and it's so cool to see. But We've got something exciting planned for the tribe that's about to completely transform the future direction for Take a Step as a whole. Let me get back home and I'll tell you guys about it. All right, let's talk about the tribe. I've got the mic out because we're about to get real. Long story short, we are about to blow up the tribe, and we finally have a model where we're confident in how we're going to do that. So, looking back a little bit, when I originally started the tribe, it was, hey, let's bring a bunch of guys together that want to talk about their goals, that want to hold one another accountable, and just build real, authentic relationships. And it was focused in the Atlanta area, so bringing a bunch of guys together, we'd have a monthly call. We'd get together at quarterly workshops, and then we'd have a bunch of these opportunities to connect, whether it was at a hike or a workout or a coffee or as it's grown, we've brought on people from all around the city. We have guys out. If you're unfamiliar with Atlanta, we have guys out in Athens, which is about almost 2 hours from the city. I'm up in Woodstock, so about 35, 40 minutes north of downtown Atlanta. And we've built this kind of array of guys that are all over the city, which is so cool to see all of these different guys coming in and joining. But it's led to this conversation that we've started to have, which is, what's the main thing that makes the tribe so unique? We're focused on real, authentic relationships. And how do you build those relationships? You've got to be in proximity. You've got to be able to easily do life shoulder to shoulder with other guys that are in the community with you rather than just screen to screen. In the world that we live in today, there's so many, online communities and virtual ways to connect. And with social media, it's like we're connected to everyone, but we're not connected with everyone. And when I say that, I mean, we know about what's going on in people's lives just through social media and through being able to keep up with what people are posting. But when we're talking about connected with one another, it's like, hey, do I know what you're truly going through, what your goals are, what your challenges are, what you're trying to navigate right now in this season of your life? And the only way you can really do that is by building authentic relationships in community, in person. And so proximity is one of those things that we've been so focused on. So getting back to the model that we have for the tribe now that we're about to blow up with is we're about to launch chapters. And when we say chapters, originally when I wanted to start chapters, that I had this idea last year. It was, hey, let's build something in Atlanta. Let's perfect the model. Let's get it to say 100 members and then find the new city to go launch it in. Now I realize, hey, when you look at an entire city like Atlanta, for example, you can have guys 2 hours apart, and it's really hard to plan. We do a monthly hike in Kennesaw, which is right down the road from us. But if you're over in Athens, for example, it takes you 2 hours to get there. You're not going to come to a 7 a.m. hike every single month. So it's kind of hard to build that real community there. So we said, hey, let's make it more hyper-focused. So having these little pockets of chapters of 20, 30, 40 guys that see each other consistently, that are jumping on a call once a month, that are going to a hike once a month, that are able to work out together, that are able to go grab coffee together, go on dates with the families together. These are the kinds of things that build this real community, that the relationships then fuel the personal growth, the professional opportunities, referral opportunities for guys that own businesses. But it starts with the relationship. So the model we have now is all focused on how are we building the real relationships in proximity? Well, it's local chapters. So we're about to launch our first chapter in Athens, actually, which is technically going to be 2 chapters because we're dividing the community we have right now into Atlanta, which is where we're at right now, and then Athens, and then eventually it'll get smaller and smaller to where we have these hyper-focused pockets of young, male, faith-driven, growth-minded professionals that live right around the corner from one another, that can gather and really build those relationships. So we are pumped to launch this model, and it's something that long-term, just getting real for a second, you look 10 years down the road, if you could have 50, 100 chapters all around the country of 30, 40 guys that are getting together consistently, man, that is something that will start to make a genuine impact on the world. Because it's not, we talk about stewardship a lot.
the reason why we are investing into ourselves isn't just so that we can be self-serving and build our own kingdom, but what kind of power, what kind of impact could, let's just say, like I said, you have 100 chapters of 30 guys. You look at the magnitude of those 3,000 guys. Oh, like imagine the impact 3,000 guys can have that are all pouring into one another, that all care about the impact that they're having on the world. Man, that's how you make lasting impact in the world we live in today. So that's the focus. Wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any interest in wanting to launch a chapter in your area or wanting to see if there's a chapter that you can get plugged into, reach out to us, let us know, and let's take a step.
Just got a good working block done where I just kind of allocated 2 hours of just deep work. So I got 2 podcasts scheduled, the next 2 newsletters scheduled, some communication within the tribe on notifying them of some things coming up, and then did a little bit more work with the new chapter model that we're building out on, just kind of refining the playbook that we have when we bring on a new president, making sure they're equipped with everything they need. But I'm about to go to we have a meeting, John and I have a meeting with a guy who owns a restaurant locally, like right in the heart of the community, and he wants to put on a turkey trot for Thanksgiving this year, and he came to us just to kind of see if we could come on board and support with promoting it, with putting it together. So we're going to go meet with him and see what that would look like. So would be fun. Let's go. So I'm heading over to meet John and the restaurant owner over here to talk about this potential turkey trot he wants us to get behind and support. And we would have the opportunity to put the Take a Step brand all over it and kind of be a sponsor for it, which is a great opportunity. And it led me to think in this way, and I want to have this conversation real quick, is that, this opportunity doesn't come unless there is a stack of credibility behind your brand reputation, who you are, the people you have, the impact you're having. That comes with opportunities like this. And the only way to build that is to bet on yourself and take the actions you know you need to be taking. And speaking of betting on yourself, there's a couple things for me personally that I've got coming up that I've put over the course of the second half of this year that honestly are pretty scary for me, but I know that the second half of this year I need to bet on myself and start thinking in a way much bigger if I want to take this brand to the vision I have for it. So those 2 things are this. One is Patrick Bet David's The Vault Conference, which is a conference of 12,000 entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs out in Vegas at the end of August into the beginning of September. That for me, I need to put myself in rooms or around people that are thinking bigger, the networking opportunities, the clarity as far as vision casting for the business. I'm so excited for that. So I made the decision, pulled the trigger, bought a ticket, and starting to plan that trip out. So that's going to be something that honestly I truly believe will be transformational for the future of Take a Step. But I don't have any specific reason for why I know that is. I'm just ready to bet on myself, pay the price, and see the results that come from it. So that's one. The second thing is, most of the people that know me know about this, but I signed up for the first 100-mile ultra marathon that I'll do. So that's something that I've done ultra marathons before. I've done a 50-miler, I've done a 50K. Both of those were I knew those would be significant tests, and they were significant challenges for sure. This is the first one where, if I'm completely honest, I don't know if I'm capable of it. I know I'm capable of it, but I can't sit here and say 100% that I know that I'm going to cross the finish line. And that's not limited beliefs. That's me speaking in reality. I'm going to do every single thing it takes, but it's a decision that scares me. Same thing with going to the Vault Conference. It's a significant investment. It's something that scares me, but those levels of fear of putting yourself in those situations and betting on yourself, that's the only way to pull out the side of you that's capable of reaching your full potential. So I wanted to share that because I know there's a lot of people that kind of live in complacency, that live just kind of going through the motions because it's comfortable, and I get that. But man, in life,
discomfort is inevitable. Adversity is inevitable. You're either going to choose it now or be forced into it later. I'd rather choose it now and put myself in those situations and see what comes from that. So challenge you guys to do the same, think the same, and let's take a step. So we had a great meeting. Lots of cool opportunities around the event, and I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I'll probably be sharing more about that as we get closer to Thanksgiving. But just got back home. John and I have a call with who is going to be with the guy that's going to be the first chapter president for the tribe and the first chapter that we're going to launch, who's one of my good buddies who's been in the tribe since it started. So excited to get this whole new evolution for the tribe kicked off, and yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Well, I am here with the soon-to-be first chapter president for Take a Step Tribe Athens chapter. Craig, how much of an honor is this?
Lifetime accomplishment right here. Bucket list, I can check that one off. Could not be more excited and honored. Seriously.
Let's go, baby. Taking steps over here, boys. Well, guess who decided to join me for the end of the day? What's up, babe?
Hello.
When this comes out, everyone will know, but Jaden's pregnant. How do you feel?
You know, first trimester scaries, but we're getting through it.
Struggle is real. Well, what a Thursday. Busy, productive, fantastic. And we are with my hot date sitting next to me, going to run an errand, and then got dinner. We have dinner with friends tonight, so we're going to end the video right here. Thank you guys for watching. Another day in the life from the ground up. Right, Jaden?
That's right. Build it from the ground up.
Action produces.
Clarity.
So just
Take action.
take a step.
Oh, sorry.
Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you in the next one.